Welcome back. Government is pleading with people to comply with the lockdown regulations, but this is proving difficult in informal settlements and townships. One of them is Alexandra here in Johannesburg. At least 5 people have been placed in quarantine after coming into contact with a person who tested positive for COVID-19. ENCA reporter Zikona Chona is in Alex this morning, and she joins us live. Zikona, good morning to you once again. This weekend, the death of a person there in that township, allegedly at the hands of the soldiers, has brought into the discussion what or how the community there is interacting with the law enforcement officers on the ground. Some are claiming that residents are actually taunting these law enforcement officers. The minute they see them move along, they get out of their homes. Are people complying with these regulations?
Fully, we've been forced to move out of Alexandra Township. We're now in Marlborough, which is a suburb nearby. The scenes behind me outside Marlborough Garden Secondary School are people queuing for food parcels that have been promised. It's not clear who has promised these people these food parcels. Many of them say they've been queuing here since last week. Certainly very concerning scenes. In front of us are JMPD officials as well as some members from the South African Police Service who've come out here to try and manage this crowd. There was a police official who was addressing them earlier, urging them to practice social distancing. Certainly very concerning. But their stories are equally worrying because they're concerned about dying of hunger. When we were speaking to them when we arrived here, many of them saying, they've been queuing here from as early as 6 o'clock. I understand. I'm going to turn to one of those residents who are here. Mamata,
sibiziwe mama sithunele ma SMS kwathi masizophaka kunokutya okuzakhutshwa lana
ubusithi kum ngokubuthetha awufuna ukufa indlala imbi le meko nisifana kuyo nalo lockdown benzawucela abantu babhekele kum imbi le meko sifana kuyo nalo lockdown abantu abakwazi usebenza wena ubusithi awufuna ukufa indlala
andifuna ukufa indlala sisideswa ndizoma apha basibizile bathi masothatha ukutya apha kule ndawo sasivotele kuyo imeya yethu abanye ukutya bakukhuphile kuphelela kufamily iward 109 thina sikatholi nix basilethele amakhaphetshu ayi-10 bathi siwashere asinade sishere ikhaphetshu abantu abayi-16 bashere ikhaphetshu
ngubani ezi SMS zivela kubani mama ngoba sizama uqonda ukuba ngubani lona uthe abantu mabaze apha namhlanje
akubhalwanga just uthole SMS izanothatha ukutya apha kule ndawo simi kuyo namhlanje sithole izolo
ukhona omnye ufuna uphawula phambi andiniyeke ngoba yingozi le ndlela sime ngayo sisakhona ufuna uyithetha wena we're going to move out of here because it's certainly very dangerous for us as well to find ourselves in the middle of that crowd. But as you can see, no social distancing observed. But she is making a valid point in saying that they don't want to die of hunger. But what is concerning is that it's not clear yet who asked people from Alexandra Township to come and queue outside this school for food parcels. And I can tell you, Toli, the queue is far and wide. I'm going to ask my colleague to go with us down this road and we can try and, of course, observe our own social distancing. But you can see there are children here who came with their mothers. Young and old people have come out here with that promise for food. So you can imagine with the condition that we live in this country, many people living in poverty. They've also raised the fact that they're not able to work during this time and won't be able to have an income so that they can buy their own food. So this is the situation we found ourselves here. The police failed to try and manage the queue in terms of asking people to practice social distancing. When we arrived, a police official was met by one of the community leaders, and they said they came here for food. He asked them who told you to come here, and people are not able to
mavabyi ya mavona mara lexi nga ta dlaga hina i ndlala a hi na swakudya
endli pulani ya ka tata hi teka la joni la hi muka hi rimile hina mpunga ni mavele ta hi ya dlaka ka hina.
The police did call for backup, so for the people to be dispersed. As you can see, the police vans are coming into the area. But those people are basically saying they don't want to die of hunger. So, certainly very devastating.